Lewis Hamilton has just faced a major penalty after new evidence uncovered by the FIA led to his disqualification from the Chinese Grand Prix. But that's not the only shock from this race weekend. Ferrari's problems only grew worse when Charles Leclerc was also disqualified, resulting in a double setback that stunned the entire Formula One community. What started as a promising weekend for Ferrari, with Hamilton showing good speed and Leclerc battling hard to finish in the top five, quickly turned into a disaster. The FIA launched investigations into both cars and found separate technical breaches. The result? 2 disqualifications right after the race. Now fans are left wondering how such a top team like Ferrari could make such costly errors that could have easily been avoided. This kind of situation shakes up the championship standings dramatically. In this video, I'll take you through all the details: what went wrong, how the FIA discovered the issues, the team's reaction, and what this means for both Ferrari and Hamilton moving forward. So stick around, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn on notifications, because this is one of the most surprising moments of the 2025 season. Right after the Chinese Grand Prix ended, Hamilton, who finished 6th following a 2-stop race plan, was called for a technical check. The problem concerned the legality of his car's floor plank, a key part that controls the car's ride height and prevents excessive wear during the race. FIA's technical official Joe Bauer measured Hamilton's floor plank and found the rear skid plate had worn down below the minimum allowed thickness of 9 mm, as per regulation 3.5.9. The exact measurements were 8.66 mm on the left side, 8.6 mm in the center, and 8.5 mm on the right, each below the legal limit. This was a clear violation, no room for debate. Hamilton's team was called in to respond, and Ferrari admitted the measurements were correct and all procedures had been properly followed. It was simply an honest mistake. No excuses, just a setup error. The FIA didn't hesitate and handed down an automatic disqualification. While Hamilton's disqualification alone was a major headline, especially since this isn't the first time he's faced such an issue, it was just the start of Ferrari's troubles that weekend. Not long after, Charles Leclerc's car was also flagged for a separate violation. This time, it wasn't about the floor plank, but the minimum weight requirement. Leclerc had fought hard throughout the race and managed to finish 5th, even after damaging his front wing. Ferrari replaced the broken wing with a spare one before the post-race weigh-in, as allowed by the rules. However, despite fitting the heavier replacement wing, the car weighed less than the minimum 798 kilograms required. After draining the fuel, the car's weight was recorded at 7999.0 kg, which suggests the car was actually underweight during the race. This is a serious offense in Formula One, because car weight affects performance, and running lighter than allowed gives an unfair advantage. Once again, the stewards found no justifications for the breach. Ferrari accepted the decision, and Leclerc was disqualified as well. This double disqualification was one of the harshest post-race penalties seen in recent memory. Ferrari went from scoring valuable points with both drivers to leaving the race empty-handed. This outcome was especially tough considering the positive momentum the team had been building. Hamilton was getting more comfortable with the car, and Leclerc was consistently showing strong race skills. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Hamilton has been disqualified for floor plank wear. Back in 2023 at the United States Grand Prix, he faced a similar penalty involving excessive wear on the plank, and that weekend, Leclerc was also disqualified. What hurts Ferrari even more is that these weren't attempts to bend rules or gain an edge through gray areas. They were basic mistakes, one caused by a misjudged setup that let the floor scrape too much, and the other, a weight miscalculation after changing damaged parts. Mistakes like these are rare for a top team, and certainly not both in the same race weekend. After the race, Ferrari's team principal, Frédéric Vasseur, spoke openly with the media. He called the day a tough one and admitted the team made errors in judgment, especially in how they managed tire wear and the balance of the car during the race. He didn't try to downplay the situation. Vasseur clearly stated that these mistakes are unacceptable at this level of competition. He promised that the team would conduct a thorough internal review to ensure these kinds of problems don't happen again. When Lewis Hamilton found out about his disqualification, he remained calm but disappointed. He later shared that although the outcome was painful, he was encouraged by the pace the car showed during the race. Hamilton believes Ferrari has the potential to come back stronger. He also mentioned that the car felt more connected to him this weekend than it did in Australia, which gives him hope for the upcoming races. Charles Leclerc, on the other hand, appeared visibly frustrated. He said the car felt unusually light in the final stage of the race but never expected it to be below the weight limit. He explained that the team followed the official procedures by replacing the wing before the weigh-in. Still, the mistake in calculating the fuel or component weight turned out to be costly. This double disqualification didn't just cost Ferrari valuable points in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships, it also threw their weekend into chaos. What looked like a chance for a strong recovery after Australia quickly became a major setback that affects team morale and planning. Meanwhile, rival teams made the most of this opportunity. Mercedes, McLaren, and Aston Martin all moved up in the standings, with Esteban Ocon finishing 5th, Lance Stroll in 9th, and Carlos Sainz sneaking into the points in 10th place. Looking ahead, Ferrari is now under significant pressure to improve their processes. The team has shown better speed, and Hamilton's adaptation to the car is clearly progressing with every race. Leclerc, too, has proven himself consistent and composed on track. However, in Formula One, speed alone is never enough. Teams need sharp precision, strong attention to detail, and flawless execution in every aspect of their work. When competing against strong teams like Red Bull, McLaren, and Mercedes, in such a tight season, every small margin, every gram of weight, and every strategic decision matters. Ferrari cannot afford to make more errors if they want to keep fighting for the championship titles this year. The events in China remind everyone that success in Formula One depends not just on what happens during the race, but also on everything behind the scenes, in the garage, the setup planning, and technical checks. Race weekends are full operations, where every part must work perfectly. Although these disqualifications were a major blow, they might also act as a wake-up call for Ferrari. If the team learns from the mistakes in Shanghai, tightens up their internal reviews, improves planning under pressure, and sharpens execution in different conditions, this could be a turning point. For Hamilton, this moment is obviously frustrating. Losing points because of a technical detail outside his control is hard to accept. But given his experience and mindset, he's likely to use this setback as fuel to focus harder. He has dealt with penalties and controversies before and knows how to bounce back. This event might actually strengthen his determination to succeed with Ferrari. Leclerc also faces a tough challenge. He fought hard throughout the race, managing damage to his front wing and pushing through traffic to finish in the top 5. To see those efforts wiped out due to a weight error is understandably frustrating. Like Hamilton, Leclerc will want to turn this disappointment into motivation for the upcoming races. Ferrari now faces a critical test of their structure and leadership. Vasseur must ensure the team responds quickly and effectively, not just by fixing these technical oversights, but by building a culture that values attention to detail in every part of the operation. This includes pre-race checks, setup choices, repairs after damage, and strict compliance with regulations. The margin for error is getting smaller as the season moves forward, and Ferrari cannot afford for mistakes like these to become a pattern. It will take clear focus, smart decisions, and strong teamwork to get back on track and stay in the title hunt. So, what do you think? Was this just an unlucky weekend for Ferrari? Or does it reveal bigger problems inside the team? Do Hamilton and Leclerc have the right mindset to keep pushing forward? And can Ferrari recover fast enough to compete with their rivals for the rest of the season? If you like this video and want to keep up with all the twists and turns of the 2025 Formula One season, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This year is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in recent memory, with penalties, controversies, and fierce battles in every race. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.